All right, guys, we're gonna get started in about 5 minutes here. 5 minutes. Hope you guys are very excited. Sending data. Is this even working? Let's see here. Yeah, we should be live. Let's tell everybody on the Twitter. I gotta post like more stuff on Twitter. You know, being a social media guy, it's a lot. You know, your creativity is big with it. That's why you gotta meditate as much as you possibly can all day. Let's see here. What's up, guys? So 15K, I think the earliest you'd probably see that is towards the end of the summer, but we will see if you do go that low. Man, let's put on the intro music or something.
Meanwhile, celebrities are learning to check their blue.
Man, Elon is doing some serious stuff with more updates to Twitter. That's cool. He is really shown. That guy is a genius. What's up, how it feels? Appreciate that, buddy. What's up, Wolf and Bear? Oh yeah, the 4-hour VWAP one. That's somewhere. I might have privated that one because I show more of that type of strategy in the course. But anyway, guys, let's get started here. 3 seconds. So yeah. Alrighty, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Thank you so much for joining. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content, and let's get into the first analysis. So, not going to waste your time here. Look what's happening right now. Kind of somewhat of a head and shoulders. Neckline's around there. Your technical target is around 26.5. Give or take this spiral line. Seems like we're rejecting from the volume area low right here. So we would most likely, especially in this environment, continue forward. And this VWAP, or VWAP, excuse me, EMAs coming down into the gray right there from bright to gray right here. Money flow crossing from green to red, right down like that. You're in that environment. The 4 hour does give you, especially with the money flow coming out and the EMAs turning gray, does usually give you kind of what you need. So, yeah, that's a big point right there. What I'm kind of guessing here, potentially this getting deeper into the red. Let's talk about the bullish case as well. Well, your 1 minute doesn't really support the bullish case. That's more bearish. But where is the potentially? Yeah, you probably actually would be on the 3 hour, 4 hour. Potentially bull div that could form, bring us back up on the 2 hour, the 3 hour. You might be sideways, potentially even into Monday or something, similar to kind of that area bouncing around a bit. That could absolutely be possible because we've seen a lot of excitement in the market lately. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. Let's look at the macro a little bit. There's a lot of stuff I want to show you guys today. So, split RSIs, 7 day, this is still indicative of coming down. You didn't really bottom until these RSIs got real low that time, so that's what we got to keep an eye on. We want to find the highest time frame with a red dot on it. Ooh, that one confirmed on the 10-day. Let's look at the 11-day. 11 days printing confirms in a day, so 11 days probably the highest. Kind of similar to here. I mean, you got the red dot. That gave you what you needed on the way down. Money flow also kind of similar because you came up, almost similar to kind of that area. You came up. History isn't rhyme, it repeats, but look, VWAP coming down as money flow could potentially come back into the red, bringing us back into that kind of bear market territory or whatever, down quite a bit more. So that's what we want to look at. So to answer your question, 115, probably the earliest you could potentially see a double bottom is going to be around August. I don't know if you're going to make a lower low. You definitely can. Big points to look at for that are going to be, this is the Coinbase chart. I want to find the Bitstamp chart. Going to be your 400 weekly moving average right around here. This is going to be, sometime in 15. If you hit it around, August, September. Or if you go to the 500, that's going to be 13K around here. So that's a significant area to look at. Also, if the 18-day right there was your good place to get in. On the NASDAQ after the .com bubble, fun fact, guys, the sweet spot to get in right at the bottom would have been when this crossed into the red on the 18-day. So I think that's something to keep an eye on. I think regardless, the earliest that could probably happen, August, September. I think regardless, that's going to be the place to get into, well, really altcoins, because we all know altcoins, a diversified portfolio of altcoins, throw an NFT in there, whatever. I think that's going to be the best plan. I think that's ultimately probably going to be the best plan. So that's what we got to, kind of keep in mind here. So, yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at potentially. And, yeah. And if we move down to, let's just take a look at here. I'll move down a little bit on, well, we looked at that one. 2-week 2 is just outrageously. Let's actually look at it on Bitstamp. Less spider lines, less not garbage. But, coming down with the money flow coming out. I mean, how would you approach this? I remember Jason Casper one time was talking about the monthly a while back. And he was like, how would you approach this if you saw this on the 15-minute or the hourly or some lower time frame? Be pretty bearish, so it'd be even stronger on the 2-week. I mean, how would you approach this right here on the, technically maybe this isn't because this did, well, let's look at it on regular candles, actually. Okay, yeah, technically it is not a bearish dip, but how would you approach right to there, that's the bearish dip. I mean, how would you approach this guy? How would you approach this guy if you saw it on the, what am I doing here? Oh, come on. What's going on with this? Momentum wave is going down. Giant bearish div. How would you approach that? Or even greater version of it if you saw it on 15-minute or whatever. And it brought us down. Oh, man, it brought us down a lot. And we had the sustainable rally upward, but you're probably going to at least, come close to 20 again or something. You know what I mean? Most likely. Anything could happen, but this is just, my estimate, what I think. Come back to retest those kind of low areas. Maybe even make a lower low depending on how bad things get. So, yeah. If we move on to, and then obviously light at the end of the tunnel, some big areas, some potential big areas we could look at. 80 to 120 is probably the biggest area, the sweet spot, I would say. You could come up, who knows, maybe even 200, 180. 200 is going to be insane. I don't think you could get that high. But 180, I think that's on the higher range of where I could see us going. Somewhere between 80 to 120. I know it is a kind of a big range, but yeah. And what we can do also is, what I want to do is, well, let's look at some of the, we looked at these lower time frames already. Messing around, maybe you could get that. Yeah, the other bullish case I forgot to mention here, double bottom potentially. So something of this nature, double bottom, and then you would, where would that technical target be? This one's a little. Forgive me if I'm not drawing the technical target to be the best or whatever. But yeah, that would bring you right back up to this guy. So this is that would be a very choppy kind of scalp traders market if that does happen. Not seeing enough evidence to want to, enter a long yet. Maybe in the 16-minute, maybe you get that bullish div, similar to what you kind of saw over there, maybe. Keep in mind, the technical target is lower here, so be careful. Now on Ethereum. And by the way, guys, if you guys haven't already seen, I did short basically the exact top in the Discord yesterday. If you guys are interested in the premium Discord, patreon.com/Evanaldo. We are building that community. It is an excellent community. Definitely not going to keep prices low forever here. Two new amazing analysts, Lanacor and Crypto Bullzone. So, yeah. Check it out. Money flow crossing here on the 3-hour. This could potentially bring us, obviously down. That's one trajectory here for Ethereum. Down to kind of that fib level of value area low. Let's actually do a little bit more digging to see if that value area low has changed at all. Just want to see some fixed volume range. Yeah, so it's essentially the same place. A little bit lower now. It probably depends how you kind of draw this thing. Yeah, that one's a little bit. Ooh, that's actually a little bit interesting. I think you're supposed to actually go though from. Does that make a difference? Don't know. If you were to go from here, does that do anything? Does this do anything? No. But this area is very big. This area is very big. It's getting a little bit lower now, but this area is very big right there. I probably should redo my value area high and low and all that, but yeah, whatever. Well, I'll do it after. It's what everybody says. You do what you do it next time. You do it tomorrow. You do it the next day. So yeah. That's a big place to look at. 5-hour as well here, or all of these actually. 6-hour coming into the red to potentially come down farther. So that's what I'm looking at. In terms of the bullish case, it's probably going to be the same as Bitcoin, maybe a double bottom, making a lower low here. Now you're coming up a little bit. We'll see if this is able to bring us back up to maybe these areas or whatever. I'm more in the bear camp, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah. And if we wanted to move on a little bit, what I want to show you guys, let's just do a macro kind of on ETH. So highest time frame, Bitcoin, the 11 days bringing red dot. 10-day already confirmed in ETH, so a little bit different, but man, oh man, very similar in terms of height here, in terms of these momentum waves. Even if you go on the 12 days, I know it's not printing yet, but the exact height with those momentum waves and money flow coming out. How would you approach this time frame if you saw it on the 15-minute, the hourly, or the 4-hour, or any other, even the 6-minute? More bearish. So that's what we're looking at right now. If this does make a lower low into the end of the year, this is going to, altcoins are really going to get destroyed, as what I'm about to show you will reaffirm. And some NFTs will probably get destroyed for obvious reasons. Been looking a little bit more into NFTs. There could be some good opportunities for NFTs if you are patient enough. Give it at least a few months. What I want to show you guys is two things. We're going to look at this briefly. ETH, Bitcoin. It's taken its time here. I think it's eventually going to break down significantly, maybe 0.04. This area, I think you're at least going to get to 0.05 there, kind of that pocket. This area is going to be a big place to really. I would start probably buying ETH around here, but this and these two. that, like, especially this place, 0.03, if you do make it that low, degen. Your boy, Evan Aldo, may be putting on his degen hat if that does happen for almost all of his Bitcoin into ETH. And yeah, 12 day right there. It's potentially come down farther. Ooh, that I did not notice. That's actually kind of a new development because now you are coming into the, ooh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Ooh. You're still making a higher high, though, against Bitcoin, bro. Even if you come this low, you're still making a higher high against Bitcoin. I don't know if it's going to go that low. How long would that take? Oh, man, maybe actually not that long if it's like this. Jeez. Let's just see something here. Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's December. Yeah, end of the year. Obviously, you know, after that does bottom out, it could still bleed against Bitcoin a little bit longer, but end of year potentially. We'll see what happens. I think the second half of this year is going to be much more bearish than the first half, I think. We'll see, though. Anyway, let's look at Total 3. So Total 3 was getting, somebody was telling me about it in the Discord, a rare bearish sign. I stumbled upon this myself as well. And if you go on the 2-week here, ooh, that blood diamond, man, that don't look good by no means. I mean, you got a technical target out of this reverse head and shoulders. If you break down from the reverse head and shoulders, you know, here I know reverse head and shoulders is normally bullish, but the bearish target, if it does break bearish, which I think will happen here, is around 190, you know, 200 billion. That's a big place to probably start getting into altcoins. Well, you know, you got to keep watching this, but man, you know, how would you approach this if you saw a trigger wave? You know, if you saw this on a low time frame, how would you approach this? Pretty bearish, at least I would. So, you know, I do think we're going to get down a good amount more here, kind of repeat something of that nature potentially. That's a, yeah, 61 would bring you down this low 150. I don't know if you're going to get that low, but what we want to compare this to a little bit is what's interesting here. Let's go on the Bitstamp chart. Look how low this got compared to the 2019 high here. Bitcoin, the 15, you know, almost at a 2019 high around, you know, 13, 14. But if you go to Total 3 here, this was well above it. So if we were to recreate this, you're coming to 136. I don't know if you're going to come that low. I don't know. I don't have all the answers here. Maybe, you know, I do think altcoins will kind of trend up with time. This will probably trend up with time against Bitcoin. So, you know, it definitely may not go that low, but I think it will go significantly lower. Curious about like the 3-week, yeah. And, you know, people would ask another way using market time for like, when would you buy? Probably a deeper anchor wave. You know, once you get start some green dots towards the end of the year, that'd be the place to get into alts, in my opinion. And now, speaking of altcoins, let's look at a few of the big boys. Well, let's look at the meme coin first. I did have a really good trade setup in the Discord for this. It hit its first take profit right now. I don't really trade meme coins, but this trade setup worked out beautifully. You know, we do give actual, you know, signals for when we're doing stuff, but we also give, you know, setups as well. So those are good too. This seems like it's completely over. You probably will bounce around on the way down. You know, it's probably going to nothing. It's like history just repeats itself too. I mean, you know, bounce around a little bit, some hope here and there, but ultimately we all know what's probably going to happen with this. So yeah, it's going to take time. It'll probably get a lot more boring. I wanted to look at, let's just look at some of the well-known ones, you know, like Cardano, and split RSIs, that's coming down right that. I mean, it doesn't look good by any means, obviously. You got the red dot confirmed at 10 days. Or 12-day doing anything? Not yet. 12-day or the, where is it, the 2-week. Yeah, I mean, still looks like you got a lot to kind of deal with, and those are trajectories kind of towards the end of the year with this. Now, what I wanted to look at, oh man, did I get rid of, okay, Total 3, 61% down. Let me just say, assuming it goes down to, I don't know, say you go down to 180, your average buy-in is when this is at like 188 or something, and then we make a new all-time high. Yeah, I mean, that's a big jump up. That's a big jump up from there. I mean, even if you were to buy right here, that's a 15x, so it could be, it probably will, you know, here to a newer high, maybe a 10x, $2 trillion or something, potentially $2 trillion for all the alts, including stablecoins too, so 10x. So that could be what we're looking at. You know, a 10x would be a good goal in the next bull run. Maybe I think there could be some, you know, strategies to get even more, but that's what I'm looking for. And coming down like that right there, that's like that. Yeah, because Red X, I would compare it here, obviously, after this rally upward. 15 cents or whatever. Does look likely here. And then if we look at, I'm curious about Cardano ETH, if that's done anything. So that's been, yeah, I mean, I've been talking about, this has so far been an underachiever, but you could be forming a double bottom and you're hitting major support. Maybe this could outperform, ETH for a bit, similar to what it did, kind of back here. Maybe a rally up like that. So, yeah. Let's look at Matic, sure. What's up, Ugo? Let's look at it on Binance, I guess. Well, yeah, let's look at Coinbase, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of the other alts. This is just in a nice bleed. I mean, I've been short on this for probably over a month now, and a swing short on this. So it's one of those I think I could hold on to for a good amount more. Maybe take profits like when you get a green dot below, kind of get to start to form a anchor or trigger wave below here, which if that does happen, you're headed down quite a bit, maybe 50 cents, maybe even lower. Matic, I think, is going to be done for a while. If this does crash into the end of the year too, especially with ETH, a lot of NFTs are going to dump down quite a bit too. So that's what you're going to want to look at. What's up, Accurate Components Corporation? Elon's doing some more stuff with Twitter, like more chat features, a lot of new features, kind of the logical things to do. Good stuff, though. See how the banks are doing the ETF. Yeah, that's starting to lose this area. You might, you're not seeing that jump up that you wanted to see. You might, I'm curious how much. Might come down another 20%, retest the COVID low, maybe even lower. We'll see. So BitGet you can use with a VPN. You can use BitGet with a VPN. They have a good simulated trading if you want to check that out as well. I have a link for that down below. MEXC is kind of getting to almost where you need to use a VPN, but so far you're okay. It'll say you're in a restricted area, but they ain't going to do nothing. You're still going to be okay. So I'd probably recommend MEXC. That's the main exchange I've been using right now because I obviously can't use Bybit anymore. MEXC is good. Zero limit fees is my link, so check it out down below. So yeah, those are pretty good. And I don't know how long they're going to do the zero limit fees, so get it while it's hot, I guess. That's a pretty good exchange. Our days are numbered to a certain extent, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be. I think we got a few more months at least here. And worst comes to worst, get another passport, leave the United States like I may do, and we'll see. The other thing too is, if you guys are thinking about getting out, the time you should probably do it by is before the next election, because, man, Trump wins again, probably some civil unrest, probably some crazy stuff could happen, and it's probably going to get uglier as Trump gets a nomination, gets momentum here. So, not saying it's Trump's fault, but we know what happens. Yeah, I transfer my coins off to a cold wallet, wherever. But yeah, cold wallet is going to be obviously, hardware wallet is obviously going to be the safest. Yeah, never put all your eggs in one basket, guys. Unless you really like to gamble. S&P 500, I'm just curious about what's the ticker. Down on the day slightly. NASDAQ, you can't stop the NASDAQ. Jim Cramer's been right about the NASDAQ. You cannot stop the NASDAQ. Up 22 points, pretty flat though. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to say here. You're still in that range. You could come up a little bit higher. I think if you draw a fib level, this has been just so flat. Just needed, it's just, yeah. Now you're still messing that with that area. We might be forming. This could be a nice kind of head and shoulders here, guys. Look, and you get that head and shoulders, and you come down to a triple top, whatever. That could be a big possibility to finally come down. But this is, other than that, this has just been a boring, very boring situation. Very boring market. But yeah. Money flow coming out. VWAP coming out. Yeah. That looks, yeah, if this comes down. Bitcoin could get a little bit of relief if this continues to come down, the fear of banks. Because that 12-hour here. This is regional bank ETF, if you guys are not familiar with this guy. Ooh, yeah, that's right to the COVID low, 28. Potentially that could be where, where we might be ending up here. So, yeah. And people have been talking about what else has been crashing. PayPal. Yeah, that's been, oof. That's like forming a, oh my God. Well, it's a bubble pop pattern, but at the same time, it is kind of head and shoulders or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this could even go down to there. I mean, that could even go down farther. I don't think it will, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Do not know. Man. Some things are just falling apart. The short fund for the NASDAQ. Let's see what this is doing. So finally made a lower low here. So it continues to trend down over time. Oh, man. This guy just keeps getting destroyed. Yeah, it's like what's weird. Like we just see so much stocks just crashing, and then the ETFs are just, the main ones are just holding up. Like the NASDAQ, this is still coming down. How about the DRV, the real estate ones? That's looking good. That's looking good. I mean, I do think the NASDAQ it should come down pretty soon. Jim Cramer can't be right forever on this. Can't stop the NASDAQ, man. Can't stop it. But I mean, it looks so bad in the 7-day. I mean, it's high time frames. But yeah, maybe a little bit more. Un poquito más. Poquito. But yeah, maybe this area. What do we look for? Maybe once this rolls over, you get another red dot in the weekly. Especially high split RSIs. I mean, let's see the last time. Oh, man. That was a long time ago. That was 08, yeah. That was actually a bullish time. But over here, .com bubble, man, this thing has been a powerhouse. Aside from that issue, or that mild issue. But yeah. Trying to think what else we could take a look at. There's NASDAQ. Some of the, silver's getting a little bit of a pullback here. Kind of expected, as I've been saying. Gold and silver should get a bit of a pullback. They're still looking strong, though. I mean, triple top pattern. It's monthly. It does not look too good. So, yeah. Generally think you'll see some type of at least healthy correction into the summer, into a summer lull for a lot of this type of stuff. So, yeah. Trying to think here. Litecoin, I've been talking about how bearish this is. Yeah, I mean, that trajectory downward. This is pretty textbook. This seems to just repeat the same garbage. Bull run, bear market, relief rally, down. Bull run, bear market, relief rally, down. You know what I mean? Seems like history doesn't repeat exactly, but it does rhyme. It seems like Litecoin's gonna. I don't know about this low. I don't know about 75%, but it could. Maybe this area back at double bottom or something. It could come down farther. I've never been that big a fan of Litecoin. Not my cup of tea, really. XRP as well. Let's take a look at XRP. Up, down. Even that pattern, too. Yeah. Split our size right there. That area. It's just so similar, too. It's playing out like that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Maybe the more this technical analysis you see bearish things, maybe the more we've already touched the bottom of Anderson crashing sooner or later. People have been moving a little bit more bearish. That is true. Yeah, I mean, what's the alternative to coming down? I mean, do we just recover from, this area and go all the way back up to, there was that's the thing too. Like there was a guy on Twitter who had been calling it really well all the way up from here. Now he's saying 60K. He's saying we're coming up to 60K because of a repeat of a pattern back somewhere. I don't know where, but 60K is a big area, but I don't, yeah, he's thinking repeat of this, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. That would be a first. I mean, that would be really US dollar losing world reserve currency status, all those, doomsday type things, but we'll see. Could be right. I mean, there were a lot of, let's be real, guys. There were a lot of people who were pretty bullish over here. Everyone was bullish over here, went up. Not everyone, but you get what I mean. there were a lot of people who were, you know, pretty bearish over here, pretty bearish in this area, including myself. I was really bearish around this area. Came back down. I was pretty bullish over here too. Came back up. I was kind of neutral to more bearish over there, kind of. I wasn't really in the game back then. I wasn't making videos back then, but yeah, that was a mania phase with Doge. The more you're in the game, the more you see kind of things repeat, and you get better, you know, more experience. You kind of know, you don't know what's going to happen, but you have a higher likelihood of knowing. And so yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, I mean, a lot of people, yeah, like I said, a lot of people were bullish here, they got it right. A lot of people were bearish over here, they generally got it right. So yeah. I mean, there were a good amount of people that were bullish over here. I mean, the main argument was FTX went down, you know, it's a capitulation, then what else is there? Let's see. Aave, we have a chance for $30 to $40. Let's look at Aave. I haven't looked at Aave in a minute. Bitcoin short term. So yeah, the technical target. I'll talk about that in a minute. We'll look back at that, but a bit more bearish in my view. Aave, the blood diamond. I mean, I've been thinking, you know, that trajectory kind of again to potentially do a bottom around 40 or something. You know, if we do, what was the question? 30 to 40. Yes, yeah, 100%. There's a chance for 30 to 40. If you come down to 30, man, that's where things get a little dicey. But yeah, I mean, some big trajectory upward. Aave, we'll see what happens. I'm keeping my eye on it, but I don't have any intention to buy it just now. At the earliest, maybe in a few months. So yeah. So yeah, money flow generally coming down here. You know, Cosmos too. Cosmos is one of my favorites to get some good gains in for next, you know, bull run. I think this potentially could hit $100. You know, you want to buy more than one, you know, more than one altcoin. Have a diversified portfolio, obviously. The only two value investing ones where you could just buy one. If you want to buy one of something, it's Bitcoin and ETH. It's really just Bitcoin. ETH is borderline. If you want to buy one of something, it's really just Bitcoin. ETH almost, but you know, the odds are definitely lower. What's up, DCF? I love you, man. We're never going to blow 20. Yeah. Yeah, that's just, I mean, then once everybody says, okay, let's put our stop losses at 24K because we're never going below 25K. Oh my God, this is like Chelsea Handler trying to ski topless. It just goes right through. That's the main. So let's look at more of the short term, like somebody was asking about. So we got the head and shoulders. Technical target is going to be down here around 26.5. So yeah, and then you do have another out of this head and shoulders up here. Technical target. I'm not going to draw, but it's around here. This could be a good place to get out all the people that have stop losses around 25 or something. This area. We could be headed there into the end of the month potentially, even in the next 10 days, excuse me. So yeah. But short term, it looks like we're rejecting from this point right here, not showing the biggest amount of strength. This could be kind of a bear pennant. You break downward, come down farther. This is your technical target. So yeah. What's up, FOMO? The man FOMOs. Sometimes we all FOMO, man. We all FOMO. What was how about the other ones that were kind of popular? Yeah, this one I got right pretty well. Yeah. I mean, this my trajectory that I drew out before or whatever. Right back down. I mean, you're only up for some of this 34% from the November low, guys. Nothing too. What about Tron too? TRX. All right, this has held up a little bit more, but still, I mean, not too much. Let's Tron. Let's see. Gala people have been talking about shorting. Yeah. That looks like it could continue forward generally. So it's Gala. That was, let's see what else was there. There's one that's like escaping me. I forgot what it was. What was this do? Has this done anything? Kusama? Ooh. Little bit of relief. I'm on the wrong chart, but yeah. Some things are not much above their January lows, their November lows, man. Oof. What about VRA? VRA USD, yeah. Everything's gonna look bullish against that. Is this guy just got? This has been like getting delisted or some crap. I mean, you did get a nice relief rally there, yeah. Coming back, yeah, potentially that area. If you do make a lower low, you're probably still up like 100% from this like low. This is such a, yeah. Still though. Oh man, DCF, you were the one who's like was always saying doomsday scenarios at the end of the year, and you're buying alts. You gotta do as I say, not what I do. Not as I do. Oh yeah. Excuse me. What was the? Oh yeah, Solana. Yeah, this has just been sideways choppy for a while. Should you get out now before it keeps going down? I can't advise you on that. What I can tell you, what might help you is in the Discord community. You know, we do a lot of updates there and stuff, and show you a lot of strategies and stuff like that, and trade signals and all that type of stuff. But I can't give any type of advice like that specifically. 2 new analysts in the community, so we are doing fantastic there. So check it out. Link down below. Definitely not going to keep this prices this low forever. So yeah. Let's see here. I just had a thought, like, I said some weird thought, like, if your net worth is 1% of somebody's net worth who's worth, like, you know, $200 million, you're still a millionaire. Isn't that wild? That's pretty wild. Because I was just thinking, for a second, I was like, oh, geez. I was thinking of somebody who's, like, really, you know, worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm like, my net worth is probably, like, 1% of his or whatever. But that's still, you know what I mean? 1%, if your net worth is 1% of somebody, it's still kind of, that's crazy. It's still like impressive. Let's see. XRP, I think is gonna go down, man. I don't know. Like Matt, like I think there's just better things that will just outperform it by so much in next bull run. Like Atom, like maybe even Chainlink. Like, you know, there's just like even Matic. But I think right now the alts are just gonna get killed against Bitcoin. You know, in the future, I think this is eventually going to break out Chainlink too. But if we do something of this nature here, oh man, like just look at that possibility. I don't know if it's going to be that crazy, but I mean, there's a lot that could potentially be made here. Buy near. Did you buy near DCF, or was it do as you say? Not. I don't even pay attention to what the majority of people expect, man. Like, I don't even expect 12K. I mean, maybe 13K is what I think is more likely. So, I mean, yeah. I don't know. We're going up to 60K, maybe. Who knows? But guys, I'm following a strategy. Like, what I just want to, let me show you a strategy. I'm going to DCA in based on this staying in the red for probably until towards the end of the year, into early next year, and then for Ethereum, I'm going to start to DCA in and convert some of my Bitcoin to Ethereum once this 12-day goes into the red. If it doesn't and we just pump up like crazy, I mean, all right, we'll reevaluate. We'll find some other strategy to get into ETH or whatever. Going to another parabolic bull run, I mean, yeah, okay, we'll see. Maybe the next green dot here will somewhere, I don't know. But, yeah. 1.3K, yeah, we'll see. the thing too is like the masses do get it right sometimes. Like the masses, they got it right pretty well in April 2022. They got it pretty well over here. Here it was kind of 50-50, but I mean a lot of the masses did get this bull run right. Like the masses do kind of get it right on the macro to a certain extent. They kind of get it wrong when, I mean, it's hard to really tell what the hell the masses say, because if you dig deep enough, you're gonna find, go to Crypto Savvy. He's gonna tell you, I don't want to put words in his mouth. He's gonna tell you it's going down to 3K or whatever. I mean, if you look hard enough, you're gonna find people telling you, hey, you're gonna find people saying 10 million by tomorrow. You know what I mean? Am I part of the masses? I would say, yeah, you could make it. I mean, I don't know. It's impossible to really know what the masses say. I mean, it's so, yeah. I don't care what the masses say. I could care less. Let's look at near. I already looked at it, but let's look at near Bitcoin first. Near could be, yeah. DCF, it might not be, if you're trying to get, a better Bitcoin evaluation, it might not be the worst thing, but don't forget, these could, what about near ETH? That probably looks not bad either. Let's see. Oof. Oof. I would have waited at least until the next green dot there, man. Oof. Because just look at this from the, you bled 83% against Bitcoin, against ETH. Ugh. Oh, man. I think you can make. I would wait at least until this next green dot. At least, Weast. Next, the green dot's over here at a lower low, and then after the green dot, you have another. Going to end up 45 cents or whatever, but not as much pain. But yeah. Yeah, because history always repeats exactly like it did in the dot-com bubble. Exactly. Nothing could ever be a little bit different. Repeats exactly. But history always, I've never seen history not repeat exactly like it repeated. That's why we're all billionaires. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, it looks like the rejection, bull pennant, whatever, bear pennant, excuse me, or whatever. Just right down. It could be a little bit sideways. I mean, we exciting yesterday, but yeah. With them spider lines, spider line. Let me just see something here. Let's try another fixed volume profile from back here or whatever. That's a big, 23 up here, 60. Ooh, there's a big area. I want to just see if you were to draw. I mean, when we were down here, what would that? Yeah, that area, I guess. Yeah. Even like out of that one. Let's see here. Love the ticker on CNBC. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we wanted to talk about this. When's the deadline? Like, when are we going to find out when they're going to raise the debt ceiling? That's what I want to know. They never say in any of these damn articles like when anything's going to happen. Oh, okay. May 21? I don't know. I think when it does happen, the last time it happened was around here. I was looking at it earlier. With Nightshade, we were talking about it in the chat. I do too, like weekly, where you get to ask me questions and we talk on a voice chat in the Discord. So yeah. Let's see here. So this is kind of the area where they did it, end of July, where they raised the debt ceiling, and the market could dump down a good amount. History rhymes, doesn't repeat itself, but it's in the 19% down. Let's say it does something of that nature. Maybe it's just down here. It's 12%. 20% would be, ooh, pre-COVID numbers. that could be this trajectory into September, August, or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. That could be that could be the main catalyst that finally brings this market down. But yeah, I want to look quickly at the Dow Jones Industrial. Dow Jones. Money flow coming out. Another trigger wave potentially. That could be the doozy. Let's see the 2 week. I don't really care too much about 08, just straight down. But here, that trigger wave, then right. That's what we're getting into. We'll see though. We will see. And then, I mean, if you were to do, this is the big point. Everybody's talking 23. Maybe, but there's always some curveballs. How is Coinbase? Is that down on the day? That's creeping back a little bit, but we'll see. How about Lucid? Because this was all the news, yeah. It's all the news with these crashing down. And man, this is a volatile puppy. I think if you were to hold this a while, you'd have a good shot. I would still be waiting towards the end of the year, though. I wanted to look at, Tesla. Tesla, that looks bad, obviously, on the 2 week for obvious reasons. Let's look at Tesla, I don't know, Tesla SPX. Similar, yeah, this just looks like when you look at Bitcoin SPX. Yeah. I think it's going to be some time before this starts to, I mean, it was a while here before you broke upwards, so could be a while again. Thoughts on Luna Classic? Oh man, hey, look at that piece of junk. I think it's gonna go to zero probably, and into the end of the year, probably mess around with these areas. So I think Do Kwon's in prison now, right? So I think, I mean, I forget what the hell did he even do? Was it a rug pull? Like what? I forget what the hell even. It's not even relevant to me anymore. I never owned Luna, so I kind of care less, but yeah. How's this guy? Yeah. That's the thing too. We got to look at the Dixie. Yeah, this is the trade everybody's going to take, but I think there's a good shot. That's what I was thinking. One possibility. Now it's looking, especially with the 4-day. That's a bull div. Yeah, that's a nice bull div. That could be it. I could bring us up. The daily's not half bad either. Money flow coming up. Money flow, yeah. Starting to look like it could come up. As this comes up, I think the euro will bleed against the dollar, and I think traditional markets and crypto should come down a bit. If I only had 100K in crypto, where would I allocate? So like right now, or is that a plan to like DCA in, or like if I had to buy everything today, or that would affect it significantly. So Ecomi, yeah, I remember Ecomi. Oh man, I remember Ecomi. I've never bought this or did anything with this. I feel like there's more data. Oh yeah, I was talking about this on Paul Barron one time. Yeah, a little while. Actually, not too long ago. Is this it? No, that's not it, right? Oh, is it delisted from everywhere? I don't know. It looks like it already went to zero here. I mean, right now, if I were to put 100K in crypto, the majority, probably like 80 to 90% Bitcoin. And then, like, in 6 months, it would be a slow allegation of, converting some of that Bitcoin into alts and stuff. And potentially going zero Bitcoin at the end of it, or a small amount, and ETH being the biggest holding with a bunch of altcoins for a potential moon bag. Because you know how we like to play. Close that Solana. I miss Solana. Oh yeah, BNB. This one's weird. Yeah, this is like the new chain link. Yeah, that's just ascending wedge. I think it will eventually break out. It could take 10 years, but we'll see. This one's a weird one. Let's look at the Bitcoin. Yeah, I got this one right. I actually added to my short a little while ago, so happy about that. Risk-free trade, doing pretty well there. I do have swing shorts in too. If you guys are interested, patreon.com/Evan Oldo. 2 new amazing analysts. We have an excellent community in there. A lot of great professional traders, great people. Check it out. Only so many spots more open at these current prices. So yeah. BTC, okay. Oh yeah, I want to look at AVAX. Yeah, AVAX could be a good one. That's one of the ones I'm definitely gonna be looking to get into when the time is right. But right now is not the time. I don't know if you're gonna go that low, but that's the case for it. I think you could see substantial lower areas into August, into the end of the year. I mean, this would be a trajectory for August. If it does, this would be the greatest thing, and we want to pray this happens, especially if you don't own it. It goes down to this area, scoops them up, man. I mean, imagine if you even get close to new all-time highs. Like, that's a 20x right there. I mean, that's just, even if you just get there, I mean, that's big. So yeah. You could earn higher rewards with ETH now too, so for the staking, but definitely not going to buy it yet. But we're getting close to start DCing into ETH. We're getting close there on that 12 day. So yeah, 12 day. Let's look at the headlines on Zero Hedge a little bit. What are they talking about? So yeah, the Lion is making his typical Trump stuff. It's working. The fact that CNN even has him on at all is very indicative that he's got a good shot. It's going to be similar to what we saw, and it's going to be like we look at the charts. Similar to what we saw in 2019. This is going to be similar to what we saw in 2015 into 2016. He's probably going to win, and people are going to forget to not vote for him or whatever, vote against him, and he's probably going to win. Interesting. That's even worse for Peloton. Let's look at Peloton. Ooh, double bottom. See what happens with this. See if it could go lower. Don't know. $2 billion market cap. Yeah, this company's have filed bankruptcy probably. How about Uber? That's had a nice, yeah, because they're paying the drivers less now. It's smart. Yeah, they're just, yeah. That I think we're maybe a little bit higher. I think your kind of days are, well, it does look good with the money flow. I mean, how would you approach that if, who knows? Look at how this is only $80 billion market cap. How about Lyft? What's the market cap on Lyft? 3 billion. Oh yeah, it's a tiny company compared to, ooh, that could go out of, yeah, in this recession, that could be done for. 88 ETH, nothing really happened with that, man. I looked at it earlier. It's just not, I still think you may get a jump here. It's a little risky. I don't know. You may get something like this. I don't know, man. I convert a little bit of my ETH that was staked into Cardano, but I'm not expecting anything too crazy. Let's see. And by the way, guys, if you want to make some of the trades like I did, like the shorting or whatever, MEXC is probably the best exchange to use right now if you're not allowed to use, BITGET, if you're in one of the restricted countries because of the KYC. 0 limit fees with my link down below, so check that out. And yeah, that's the main exchange I'm using right now. went short at the exact top because I'm a G. No, I'm just kidding. But right there, and then added to that short a little while ago, so I'm chilling in that. So yeah, Bitcoin bullet back below 27K. Yeah. We're not far off from 25K now, so yeah. No, CryptoFace, I was just on with him on Debate Crypto the other day. CryptoFace is chilling. He's going to be at Miami, I believe. And yeah, I've been talking to him. He's doing well, I think. He had a little bit of food poisoning when he was in Denver. But, you know, it happens. It happens. Get that out of his system, you know. It sucks. It's rough, but yeah. Yeah. I think he's feeling better now. But yeah. How's Apple doing? Yeah, maybe just a little bit more, just a tiny, teeny, weeny. Just a little bit more here, just a little bit more. And coming down, VWAP coming down. What's up, a cool? You show up late to the game today. How are you doing, buddy? How you doing? Shout out to a cool, my boy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be at Bitcoin Miami. Yeah. It will be Boya Bitcoin Miami 2023. Excuse me. Let's see here. Go back to 28K. We'll see. I don't know. Do you still have the technical target at down below? So it seems like we're gonna mess around with these areas, these spidey lines before that. Oh, I didn't realize we have one at 20. Okay, 26.6. Okay, yeah. Do want to have one up a little bit on regular. I think this area is probably before 28K, but we will see. Don't know completely. So yeah. That's that one. Let's look at oil, or let's look at the one everybody's been talking about that just keeps crashing. Oh man. Yeah, I'm just not in this with the Dixie. You know, inflation coming down. You know, Dixie's showing some strength. I'm not going into no commodities right now, except for gold and silver. But that's not even. I'm not buying any new gold and silver. I've been in it for a while. Blood diamonds on USO. So yeah. Looks like we'll generally come down. Cattle as well. Take a look at this guy. Yeah, I mean, double top back from 2015. That could be it as we go into recession. 2 weeks not looking too hot either. Come on. That area right there. Natural gas is doomed. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Double top with cane sugar too, so... Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I look at the charts. I mean, how would you approach what you saw in the weekly here on a lower time frame, like the 15-minute or the 4-hour or whatever? I mean, a little bit more bearish. I mean, it's not going to go up forever. It can, but probably not. And, you know, I think after the Fed, let's say the next FOMC meeting, they pause. You know, that doesn't mean we're going to magically, you know, just keep going up automatically because they pause. We're still going to feel those rate hikes until they really pivot, which probably won't be after the real pain is really felt. So yeah. It's Cardonson. What was this? Yeah, this one people have been talking about. Stacks coming down. Yeah, we did look at silver. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm bullish on the macro, but I think you're going to get a summer lull and come down a bit with silver potentially. So yeah, this looks like it'll come down to stacks. How about render is the one a lot of people like. That too. Oh, that's pretty textbook market cipher strategy. I should probably try to short this. Not a bearish div, but that's a double top. I mean, probably will come down farther. What was that other? Yeah, Phantom. Let's take a look at it here. Ooh. Yeah, you did come up. January, yeah. I think I'm still short on this actually. From a while ago, yeah. A little flat, but yeah, I think it'll eventually come down far. There looks like someone may walk away. Cool. Looks like, I think gold and silver will probably, get hit the least, but traditional markets, Bitcoin, yeah, I think will be a sell and may walk away. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to get off. Been on about an hour. Check out my link to MEXC down below. 0 limit fees with my link if you guys want to change trade. It's a best exchange I'm using right now, I think, especially in terms of saving on fees. Be careful, though. Never put all your eggs in one basket. Also, the premium Discord, patreon.com/Evan Aldo, link down below. People are loving the community. We're really building that community up, so we're definitely not going to keep prices this low forever. Everybody's trying to hunt your stop losses. You can't have too many people seeing the same stuff. So, yeah, check that out if you guys are interested. Also, my trading course, really good beginner course. A lot of people have loved it. So, link down below, 20% off. Discount code BEARMARKET20. Check that out. All right, guys. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye.